Hi guys, welcome back to the Tech Diary. This is my second channel where I take forever to get to the point, and sometimes I'm not in my studio, as you can definitely see today. Previously when I've done this, I've said to you, let me know in the comments if you can work out where I am. Yeah, which city am I in? I think, to swing you around again, I think it's fairly obvious where I am today. Now, unlike the last few videos that I've done like this, where there's been no relation to where I am, between where I am and the thing that I'm talking about, very different today because this is me getting straight to the point. I want to talk about this. This is the Samsung Galaxy Z, as we say in the UK, or Z over here, Fold 7. I've been here for the last, I've been in Brooklyn for the last 3 days because of Samsung Unpacked. If you're not aware, Samsung Unpacked is, they have two of these events every year, which is where they reveal the S series earlier on in the year, so the S25 this year, and then in the summer now they release their new flip and fold phones. So they've just launched. Hopefully you can hear me, guys, it's really noisy. America is such a noisier place than the UK. That's not a bad thing, obviously, but it does make filming quite challenging. Very busy bridge as well that I'm walking. Very busy, noisy bridge that I'm walking across. But yeah, so we've just had the launch of the Fold 7 and the Flip 7 and the Watch 8. I've got the Watch 8 here. And I've got full reviews coming because that's what I do, and that will be on the main channel. But I thought, why not use today's Tech Diary video just as an excuse to give you a first impressions of the Fold. I want to focus on the Fold 7 today because if I can, the best way to describe what I think about the Fold 7 is the fact that I've wanted the Fold series to be right for me for quite a long time. So I've wanted it to be the sort of phone that I can use regularly. But there's been two things that have stopped me doing it, basically. Well, three actually. One is the price. Foldable phones are very expensive, so justifying buying them is quite tricky. The second thing is the front display, and this is a very tricky balance to get right. So if the front display is too small, too narrow, it's tricky to use regularly, and that has been the Fold's Achilles heel, in my opinion, in the past. The one benefit of that is that it's been easier to use one-handed, so you don't feel like you're going to drop it out of your hand. But the downside of that is that it's just a bit unusable for a lot of the time, for me personally. I know that's not the case for everyone, but that's always been a challenge for me. Conversely, if you make a foldable phone, let's get around these people. I'm going to end up in people's photographs now. If you make a foldable phone that has a really good external display, like for instance the Google Pixel Fold, you never feel like opening it because it's just like a regular phone. You know, that front display is too good. It's a very tricky balance to get right. So that is the other thing that has always been a problem for me with the Fold, because it's always been a bit too narrow. Lastly, the camera system. It has to be really good. If it's my main phone, the camera system has to be capable of taking photos that I can use for production purposes, so for videos, for whatever it might be. The Fold 7, I will reserve my full judgment on this for next week when I do my full review, but the Fold 7 appears to have answered most of those problems in quite a significant way. The pricing, arguably, still high, but that is what you pay for a foldable phone. They are not cheap devices. You are going to pay a fair bit for them. So that aside, the front display, so I can just very quickly show you the front display. It's, where is it? It's very difficult walking and talking sometimes, apologies. I'll put my pin number in right, there we go. The front display on walking, talking and trying to use a phone one-handed isn't that easy. It's my job, unfortunately. There we go, that's the front display. Excuse the little, the banding, that's just a camera thing. But yeah, it's pretty much perfect, I think. It's wide enough to be useful most of the time, but not too wide and too perfect that you'd never open the phone. The other thing, and this is the thing that Samsung have been making a big deal about, understandably, is the thickness or the thinness, depending on how you look at it. It's ridiculously thin, unbelievably so. And the reason that's important is that it feels like a regular phone. So this feels, we will show you some footage of the Fold, so you can see what it looks like in terms of, against the Fold 6, etc. But when you hold it, it feels like a regular phone. And more importantly, when you put it in your pocket, it's not a pocket monster. It doesn't completely devour your... So noisy. It doesn't completely devour your trousers. That's important as well. I really hope you can hear me. So one problem with these one-take videos, you get one shot, obviously. So the thickness, whatever, is a genuine benefit, and something which clearly Samsung has waited to get to this stage, because the last few generations of the Fold 5, the Fold 4, the 5 and the 6 have pretty much been the same form factor. They've had that narrow front screen and they've had quite a thick profile, so you know they're in your pocket. The camera, early days, but it has basically the same main camera system as the S25 Ultra. So for the first time ever in a Fold, we have a 200 megapixel main camera. Brilliant. I mean, I'm a big fan of the S25 Ultra's camera system, so that's an immediate thumbs up from me. So I'm sweating as well. It's so hot in New York at the moment. Oh, I've just given away where I am. Yeah, so main camera, fantastic. The big thing for me is zoom. How does it perform on a zoom level? And that is something I will cover in more detail in my review next week. But first impressions of the Fold 7, he says, as a incredibly noisy motorbike goes past, are that it might just be the perfect foldable. I think we might be getting there. Perfect's way too strong, isn't it? It's not the perfect foldable. It's really getting there. It's in terms of reaching perfection, which is very difficult. This is probably the closest we've got, I think, with a foldable. And that's quite a big statement, I know, because there's some stiff competition. We've got the Honor Magic V5, which I can neither confirm nor deny that I already have and have used. That's very thin, very capable, very good camera system. Well, apparently a very good camera system. I don't know, because I genuinely haven't tested it yet. So Honor are talking pretty bullishly about that. And there's others as well, which I won't go into all the other. I mean, there's the Oppo Find N5, which you can't get in the UK, so it's not the best example. But Samsung has long kind of held the torch for the foldable market. They were the first to the market with it, I think. And they've waited and waited and waited to get to this very thin, impressive piece of kit, and it's incredibly impressive. But what I'd love to know now, guys, because I am reaching the end of this bridge. Well, am I? No, hang on first. Firstly, guys, look at this. Look at this. What a view. I love this city. I genuinely love New York. What was I saying? Yeah, over to you now, guys. I want to hear in the comments from you in terms of what you think about these new Fold 7 phones. Are you impressed? Are you going to get one? Like me, have you been waiting for something like this for quite a while? Or are you considering getting your first ever foldable, and has the Fold 7 potentially convinced you that it's a good idea? Or are you not impressed? What do you want to hear more about? One thing I've learned from Samsung over the last few days is that they want critical feedback. They want to hear. There's something you don't like, they want to know about it. I've given them some feedback on that already, but if you've got anything, get involved in the comments, and equally tell me what you love about it. Just start talking below, please. I'm going to sign off now because it's getting very busy down here, and I'm just hoping you can hear this. Guys, thank you as always for getting this far. If you have, really appreciate you. Love you to bits. However, if you haven't hit subscribe yet, you know what to do. Hit like, comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. In the meantime, let me just give you one last shot of New York City.